the afterlife. Yeah. So, the most common fear is a fear of death. And basically that is correlated with the fear of the unknown. As a psychic, I'm very well versed on the afterlife. However, I can be honest with you in saying that I have never fully immersed my consciousness in the astral realm. I typically keep an anchor to my body just so that I can get back. What am I talking about? The astral realm is a realm where the physical plane and the spiritual plane intersect. It's also called the ethereal realm, but that is a realm that is lesser to the physical and more of the astral in that construct, if you will. Okay, so if you go along with me, we're on earth plane here. Outside of earth plane is the ethereal realm, then it's the astral realm, and then it's the full spiritual realm. The afterlife is correlated with my philosophy of thought as being a place where you are not condensed into matter. Therefore, you are everywhere. And what I'm attempting to do with this little brief dialogue is to curb your fear of death. As a psychic, I peek off into the ethereal and astral realms to get the messages for you. I then translate those messages into the English language using my degree in media studies from the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. We all have the potential to do this. We all have the capability to do this. This is not a rare skill, but it's rare because of the programming that we have gone through since the indoctrination started and we started pre-K elementary school. Okay, we have loosed that connection with the other realms in the physical. And being a psychic is not common. It is a gift, is that what we're calling it. But everybody has the ability to traverse these realms in the conscious physical plane. Okay, now what is the afterlife? The afterlife is the absence of the physical plane. Therefore, your consciousness is vibrating on other ethers. If you want to be scientific with it, matter or energy is not created or destroyed. It just changes form. Well, in our pineal gland, we produce an electric charge that when we die, we don't produce anymore. Do you think that charge just goes out, or does that charge transition locations? That is a question you can answer in the comment section. Based on your belief system. Okay, and this is largely based on your belief system because beliefs govern your reality. Okay, if you believe in hell in the afterlife, guess what you're going to experience? Okay, imagination, ideas, creative thought, inspiration become tangible things on this side, whereas with us, it is dissected into our mind and brought forth in a physical connotation, that being an idea to start a business, that being an idea or an inspiration to do this, or that being a warning saying maybe I shouldn't go to that party tonight. I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. I'm talking really, really fast, and some of you guys need to either go to jail or listen faster.
Y'all are going to jail! Period!
Okay? Because I'm not going to slow down for you and your ineptitude. With that being said, based upon your belief system, and there are plenty of schools of thought, every single day that I post a receipt, I prove to you that there is something beyond our natural level of comprehension and understanding. Every day I do this. Okay? Even just yesterday, we popped a receipt on Rihanna's gender of her baby, and I wasn't even trying. I was talking about how I did not like her Super Bowl performance. Let's be clear. I even got into it with the ex one time talking about some, how do you know that this shit is real? I said, every single fucking day you see me predict something on and off camera that comes into fruition. How can you not believe in something? But people have a fear of the unknown. And sometimes that fear trumps them being inquisitive about understanding and typecasting it as demonic, typecasting it as not of God, typecasting it as finish her, because they can't explain to you what's going down. I hope I'm doing a good job of explaining to you, though. So in my belief system, we as physical beings are operating on a soul, ethereal, a spirit, astral, and a physical plane. Okay, so what is it like over there to loose your physical body? If I was to translate it into terms we can understand, or movie references, because you guys know I love a good movie, chat.
No, we don't spit. When it's in your mouth, you swallow it. Shut the fuck up. Don't even. How you doing?
Everybody knows the Lovely Bones. It's like The Lovely Bones, that movie, times Inception, that movie. And sprinkle a little bit of the Matrix in there.
Ooh, gotta do it.
Okay? Imagination is free form. Feelings of protection can generate actual shields. I mean, it is incredibly, omnipotently creative. And ironically, we're creating it while we are alive. Okay? If your belief system is set up to where when you die, okay, well, first, what happens when you die is you go through a transitionary period. Okay, you go through a period of, I like to call, like, the review and the receipts. The light flashes before your eyes. In our mind, it's like a millisecond. In a spirit's mind, that can last for an eternity. This is about the acclimation of spirit, our conscious mind becoming acclimated to the God energy and or the omnipotent energy therein. Okay, this time period is when I channel your loved ones, and to me, it looks like a voyage to get somewhere aimlessly, and you keep getting stunted by mirages. This is my creative mind trying to dissect what the transitionary period is. This is when spirit is most talkative. They still have anchors on the physical plane without physical bodies. So therefore, they come to people like me. They portray messages with birds and symbols that you can manipulate, because certain animals, and most of the animal kingdom, has feet in this realm and feet in the other realm. So a lot of times, God or spirits will communicate with animals. That gives me an idea for a business, and I'll ponder on this. Anyway, so I say that because in that space, that is when I'm most likely to feel your loved one. Now, what happens after the review? You experience what you believe you're going to experience. Okay, this is no shade. If you feel like you're going to be on the steps of heaven, you will be waiting in a line on the way to heaven. But that is your subconscious mind that is still in existence, carried over by the electrical charge that no longer has a physical body, okay, portraying what it feels comfortable portraying in the after realm. Soon after that, whether it's hell or heaven, okay, and these are actual constructs because of the belief people have in them. Do you understand? There is a heaven and hell on the ethereal and astral realm because a multitude of individuals have this belief. Therefore, their imagination and their electromagnetic energy that is portrayed when they have a belief in something creates an actual structure that spirits will, in fact, experience on the other side. This place has housed negative vibratory entities that people did not create, which is why we have what's known as demonology and the archangel doctrines that list all of the angels in the world, because individuals are deciphering entities drawn to what their imagination has created. Okay, this is when religion becomes so potent that it shakes the spiritual realm and creates a tangible realm for these entities to reside in. If you believe you're going to go to one of these realms, you in fact will experience that. There's a review and receipts, then there's the experience of belief. Go with me here. I'm teaching y'all this morning. Let me go ahead and get some tongues up in here. Okay, so once you go to the belief part of it, where you experience what not only you believe, but the conscious energy of man is pushing this energy to be a tangible creation on the other side, you experience that. But then you'll start to realize in that space that you're controlling your environment. Now, if you're in that space and you feel like you're out of control, you will burn for eternity, because that's what you believe. Okay, you can start to believe that, oh my God, I don't want to be tortured today. And ironically, the demons in the hell that you have created for yourself leave you alone that day. You know why? Because you're starting to shift your consciousness. I'm tired of being tortured. I'm tired of the guilt carried over from my physical existence. Okay, portrayed in the ethers, and I say that with the ethereal realm. That's where the word ethers comes from. Goes to the ethers, and now I am projecting something that I believe and have been taught to experience. And then there's a moment of wake up. There's a moment of there's a light at the end of the tunnel. There's a moment of I don't want to believe this anymore. And then what happens? You believe everything. You become a part of everything. You are in the air. You are in the leaves. You go to this place of complete, I don't even know whether to call it bliss or holiness or glory. It's a light, and I don't have access past that point. Okay, and I'm gonna be honest with you. My spirit was a jinn spirit. Jinn spirits derived from an Arabic text, and our spirit have been casted unto earth to grant the wishes of man. Okay. Prior to that, I believe my consciousness was a lesser being. So instead of being in a torturous place, I've been provided insight. I pitched a tent in a camp. I got approached to come back to earth, and I know this because you know, I'm the best psychic in the world. But I'm getting a little too deep into my own story. But I am attempting to ascend and get to this light place. This is why when your loved ones have, I call, ascended to this place of I'm everything, I'm everywhere, I'm with God, it is portrayed to me with the Christian as they're stepping down some stairs from heaven to speak to me. And I say, oh, they're coming down to speak to me. They have found peace. They are not tortured in their afterlife any longer based upon the notions that they experience in the physical realm. There gets to be a point in the afterlife where when you are everything and you become a part of the ethers, and you're in the air, you're the sound, you're the plastic, you're the wood, you're the breath that a deer breathes in silence. You are a tree falling in the middle of a forest where our physical minds can't fathom if it fell or not, but we know it's not standing no more, but we didn't see it fall, so how can we believe it? I'm getting too deep, so let's bring it back. And there gets to be a point on the other side where you acclimate what you experienced in this life. You remember previous lives, and I want to believe you're offered a choice to re-experience Earth or not. Now look, after this shit, I'm done with it. After this shit, I'm done with it. Earth is on crack.
We're smoking crack on live.
And it's so funny because, you know, this whole talk of aliens and stuff is going on right now. There are other conscious beings that exist on the physical plane. You do not have to jump dimensions or explore the ethers to know that Earth is not the only place in this dimension. Now we're getting into more lyrical thought here, but the theory behind dimensions is that there are other planes of existence operating simultaneously as this plane of existence. The ethers, the astral realm, the ethereal realm, they don't have time. Time doesn't exist. Okay? Time is universe. So something can be happening in this physical reality, like right now, and it would be classified as 10,000 BC, and we're getting the remnants of something that is currently still happening. Time doesn't exist. Time is an aspect of man. This is why I felt like when I met Erykah Badu, she is a self-proclaimed time traveler. I see why she says that now. Some days I wake up, I don't even know what timeline I'm motherfucking on, but that's a little too deep for the breakfast.
Oh, the breakfast.
And as you can see, I feel like this theory is backed up by science now because everything that is factual is portrayed to us by fiction. There's so much talk in Marvel about the multiverse. The Flash, as a young individual in my comment section just said, is highlighting these multi-dimensional aspects that if you speed up so fast, you can typically or simply travel through time, that being a metaphysical superhuman power. Okay? I suggest that you guys, and I'm going to say something very controversial and it might shut this live off, watch the news in China. Okay? Metahumans exist, okay, psychics exist, oracles exist, telekinetics exist, pyrokinetics exist, and I'm not making a war call right now because we have been contracted to silence. But just as we become everything on the other side, we're everything now. We're just limiting ourselves to our own bodies. Okay, and every single day I come out here, I tap the line. I mean, I do have a fear that I'm going to get knocks at the door, and the next thing you know, I wake up in some type of institution. I'm going to have to astral project and let them have my body. So I tread lightly with what we're capable, and I say we, because I'm not the only one that can do this. You know, it should not be an astounding gift to be this intuitive, and yet it is because of humans' aspect of control, or another entity's aspect of control. Some people say it's demonic energies that are influencing our world, and I'm gonna play, ironically, devil's advocate and say, as above, so below. If there are forces working against our mind and freedom of philosophy and creativity, then there are forces that are also working for the opposite. While there might be forces that are louder than others, if you seek, ye shall find. Okay, what are you focusing on? What are you paying attention to? Are you watching what the news is talking about and letting that guide your consciousness? Or are you creating are you creating energies based upon your experiences? Are you navigating your path? Or are you intrinsically human and don't believe in anything outside of what you can understand? That is my conscious understanding of the afterlife. I'm gonna throw this bitch to break, read little Tay dumbass. Ooh, well, she's a little baby girl, so read little baby Tay. And then I hope this conversation gave a level of peace. We should not fear death. We should acknowledge that we have a fear of the unknown and explore multiple philosophies to understand that unknown. For we truly won't understand until we get over there. But I can assure you that there is an over there to get to.